your username. For students, it is your student number or your email address below. If we can't find you in the database, an email will be sent to your email address with instructions. So when it comes to this place, you just search with one field. Sometimes students tell me that they are unable to reset their password. It's not working. It's because maybe you are filled in both fields. Just search by one field, the one which you can remember, and most likely the one which you will remember, it will be your student number. So once you've done that, you'll click on search, and then the system will tell you that if you supplied a correct email address or a unique email, or rather, if you can supply the correct username or a unique email address, then an email should have been sent to you. It contains easy instructions to confirm and complete the password change. If you continue having difficulty, please contact the site administrator. So you'll click on continue. And then, Simon, you can open a new tab still on the same browser. Just open a new tab where you will log into your school email.
I think he needs to share the whole computer screen.
Yeah, just share the whole computer. Yes.
Okay. I can't remember the portal for the email.
The email, it should have been Simon Tumbo, then followed by your student number.
No,
the portal is
URL.
Office.
URL, yeah.
Outlook.office.com.
Yes. Outlook.office. Something.
Okay.
Outlook.office.com.
Outlook.office. I'll share the entire. I'll share the entire. Let me share the entire screen. So I'm not sure if you're able to see the entire screen. Now I'm having difficulty with Outlook. Maybe somebody else can take over.
Okay, I would have loved to see your.
So okay. it's outlook.office.com.
Moses, are you able to get it? Moses is Samai.
Yes, I'm able to get it. However, my portal will not look like the one we're using. I haven't registered for. Okay, but I'm able to get my email for sure.
It's okay.
Thank you.
Okay, Simon, are you able to share your screen again?
Yeah, let me try. I think it's loaded now. No, it's bringing an error.
I can share mine.
Okay, just refresh or okay.
No,
are you able to refresh?
No, it's refusing. Maybe somebody else can share.
I can share. I can volunteer to share.
Okay, we were doing the password reset. So had you done something like had you requested for a password reset? When that is who? It was Wendy who was sharing.
Yes, Wendy, but okay, I've not requested for the password reset. I can do that now.
Okay, just share your screen. Or make sure you share your entire desktop.
Okay. The host can allow me the rights.
Okay. Dr. Munyao?
So I've actually managed, I've actually managed.
Okay, Simon, go ahead.
Yeah, so apologies about that. So there we go. And I think the password reset has come.
Yes, so you can click over there.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, it was Simon Miner. Okay. Yeah. So it says, hi, Simon. Password reset was requested for your account 250317 to confirm this request and set a new password. Please go to the following web address, and the link is valid for 30 minutes from the time this reset was first requested. If there is request, reset was not requested by you, no action is needed. So up to this time, for Simon, I believe he still remembers his password, but let's say, so if he remembers, he would just go back. But now, are you able to click on that link so that now you'll see? So when you click on that link, it opens up to the, yes, that's the best. So we'll
Am I
see
sharing?
that.
You're
Yes,
seeing it?
we can. Yes, we can see.
Okay.
So now Simon can put in a new password. And as the system says, the password must have at least 8 characters, at least 1 digit, at least 1 lowercase, 1 uppercase, and 1 special character, such as the star, hyphen, or a hash, or any other thing, maybe a question mark, all those. So, so what Simon will do is that he will key in the new password. You can still use the one which you had reset, or whichever. So Simon, go ahead. And then when you say save changes, you'll see that the password has been set. So that is on the, now on resetting your password for the what do you call it, for the e-learning portal. Now, another small observation, just go back to your profile, Simon. You can just click up there. So you will notice that, okay, when you come to your email address, it says visible to other course participants. Now, when you click on edit profile, you will notice that you cannot change your email address. So in case you have, you find that that was not the correct email address, then please contact ICT support. Sometimes we've had cases, okay, where maybe students joined late, and maybe they were not, the emails were not created with the first slot. And so the email address which has been set over there is maybe your personal email address. So if you notice something like that, then you just contact ICT support, and then your email will be successfully changed. Okay, those details will be updated. Now on the home menu on that e-learning page, you'll see other menus. For example, resources. So when you click on resources, you see there is the Daystar University homepage, the library OPAC, what we were seeing yesterday being demonstrated by the library department, the university repository, or the digital library. You can still get them there, those links. So just in case you wanted to open the repository, let's say like Simon, you'd just click on repository and it would open that page for you. What you were seeing yesterday being demonstrated by the library. So you can get all those resources from your e-learning site. If you wanted to go to the digital library, you would see all those. So you would go to the homepage, and then now you would see the courses which have been you have been registered in. So also on the same, there is the campus portal, that menu written there, where you have the student portal. In case you wanted to log into the student portal, you can still, all those links are available there. So if you clicked on student portal, it would open for you the student portal, and you should be able to log in, but we are not going to log in now, but I'm just showing you the resources that you can still be able to access from the e-learning portal. And then still under help, when you click on it, you will find that there are student tutorials, and student tutorials will give you that, okay, this one it would be the e-learning training for students. So when you click on enroll me, it would enroll you, and then you should be able to see how to navigate around. So
sorry,
that is-
Dr. Martin. Sorry, I assume that if you haven't paid, your courses will not be displayed, correct?
Yes.
Correct. It's only until you register that you're able to see your courses reflect on e-learning.
Okay, thank you.
How long does it take before the courses reflect?
Sorry?
How long does it take before the courses reflect? I registered today, but
I
mine
think
is
the
still not registered.
I think it should be almost immediately. Yeah.
Oh,
Maybe, at least maybe even by the end of the day, you can see, because it is there's a lot of noise. I don't.
Yes, maybe a turnaround.
Admin.
Mhm.
Sorry,
turnaround
I think it would
of-
be good. It would be good if all the rest of us are muted, so that we avoid there's a lot of background voices coming.
Thank you. Yeah.
So, sorry to interrupt. Yes, I was asking, you brought the issue of registering. So what was the
Yes.
process of registering?
You go to the student portal, and then now you register your courses from that point.
Actually, Kaike, I've shared the recording for yesterday. It was quite a lengthy session, and it contains the process of registration. Look for day 4. It's on the chat segment. Day 4 of recording for yesterday's session.
Okay.
Yeah, and anyone else, please follow that and register for your classes.
Oh, okay, so thank you.
Yes, Jojo Cheng. George, your hand is
sorry,
up.
I think I'd raised my hand earlier in acclamation, not necessarily in questioning. Raising a concern.
Okay, good. So Tom, can I proceed now with the virtual classroom?
Yes, you can.
Okay, so now Tom has showed you the platform itself, where faculty members will be posting their work. By work, I mean, that's where they'll be posting the class engagement with you. And so that's the go-to place to find about anything. And so it's on that platform that you'll be able to even find help in case you need some self-guided tutorials on how to do a number of things. And I'm going to show you exactly that. Let me go back to my e-learning account. So you see, if your account looks like this is one of the courses, you can go at, you see at the top bar menu, there is help. You'll find under help, you have student tutorials and faculty tutorials. If you click under student tutorials, you should be able to find all these self-guided videos that we have recorded for you on how to number of things, like how to check grades on e-learning platform, how to log in and password recovery, like Tom has demonstrated, how to take exams, how to submit assignments on e-learning, how to submit term papers on Turnitin, and so forth. So I think that it's helpful for you to know that we have such a thing. Now, come on Monday next week, the first day of class. How do we navigate? Just a moment.
Question, Dr.
How do we go to class? Yes.
You mentioned in passing Turnitin. Are we using the school's account when that time comes?
Yes, yes. When that time comes, the university has subscribed to Turnitin as a plagiarism checker. So that's what we'll be using.
Thanks.
Excuse me.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, I just joined. I'm still trying to log in. What is the format of the username and the password, please, kindly?
Yes, the username is your admission number as is. So if you're 25-0101, that's going to be your username. Then your default password is going to be uppercase P, lowercase w, dash, and the admission number as is. And then you can reset to personalize your own password. Okay, allow me to move because we have another directorate coming after us.
Sorry, what's the URL? How do we access the e-learning portal kindly?
It's this first part here, elearning.daystar.ac.ke.
E-learning.
elearning.daystar.ac.ke and enter.
And
then you
the
enter those
password?
credentials. Username is your admission number as is. So for example, 25-0202 is an example. And then your default password will be uppercase P, lowercase w. Joshua, can you mute, please? So uppercase P, lowercase w, or hyphen, then your admission number, 25-0202, an example.
Thank you.
Okay. Now, let me wind up on this, and you may be wondering, how are we going to join class on Monday for virtual sessions? So there are two aspects of e-learning, of online learning, and one is that faculty members will be populating this part. So you'll be finding most of the class engagement here under each category, under each. These dates will change to topics as the faculty members continue populating their classes. But on class day, Daystar University is currently using a virtual classroom technology called CLASS. CLASS for Teams, CLASS for Microsoft Teams. And this is where you'll need to be coming each time your class session is on. For instance, on Friday, for instance, your class is on Friday at 5:30 p.m. or 6:30 p.m. This is where you click, all right? So go to virtual classroom, click. It will open this environment for you. Just give it a few seconds to load, depending on the strength of your internet connection. So you'll come to this part right here. So on Friday, January 24th, when this class is on at 6:30 p.m., you should be able to see a button open up here written launch. Launch, meaning you click to get into the virtual classroom through that button. It's only available at class time. So this class begins at 6:30. So exactly at 6:30, that is only when that button will be activated here. You can launch. Alternatively, you can also come in through here, join classroom. Okay, join classroom. So either here or right here next to these buttons. I hope we are clear so far. When you get into the classroom, you expect to find one. And I'll just show it to you. And then,
Excuse me just a bit as you are working on that. I didn't see how you got to the virtual classroom.
So you go to your e-learning platform, all right? And let me just go back to this course. And a number of things will be posted here, like the course outlines and all that. But also you'll find this icon for virtual classroom. That's the one that you will click to open this page. Sorry, to open this page.
From my end, all these are not showing. Is it because my courses have not yet come?
Yes, or the faculty member is yet to create that virtual classroom place.
Okay.
So you will join this virtual classroom either by clicking here or next to the day of that class. Because you can see the schedule for all the classes throughout the time. You don't need to be asking for links from lecturers. They will not be sending you any links. You only go through here. Next to this, you'll find launch. You launch to get into the class. When you click to get into the class, you'll get into an environment like this. Let me just use this for purposes of demo so that you see how the class will look like. Okay, just give it a few minutes. A few seconds. I'll join this meeting. This is just a demo. It's not a real class. Yes, Frida, I'm coming to you. Just a minute. So you'll find yourself in a learning environment like this. All right. And I'll actually so this is a dummy class. Recording has started automatically. These are like dummy students in my class. You can see me. So the lecturer will be seated here and you, the students, will be filling this space here. I hope you can see that. You'll be filling this right here. And so you can utilize the tools on the top bar menu to navigate your presence in the class. For instance, you can raise your hand, you can show reactions here. Once in a while, the lecturers will require you to go into breakout rooms, like to do discussions. We adapt a method of teaching and learning called problem-based learning. So when you're sent into small groups to discuss a problem or a case scenario, it most likely will look something like this. Let me just pretend I'm opening these rooms. Okay, so the breakout rooms will look something like this. So you'll be in groups. These are various rooms. There's a room 1, there's room 2, room 3, and the lecturer can keep on moving to see what you're doing. The lecturer can get into these rooms. Let's say like for this room, they're discussing this PowerPoint, having a discussion to talk about. So that's how the rooms will look like. And when he's done, you can always go back to the main room. The lecturer can close the rooms by going back to breakout rooms, close rooms, then close, and then all of you are brought back again to the main session. So a class will look like this. If the lecturer has a PowerPoint, it will look like this, something like this, a PowerPoint right in front of you. You're discussing mutations in a biology class, and the students are talking from this point. This is our virtual environment for live classes at Daystar University. You'll get to learn about it as we proceed. And then once the class is over, the lecturer will end it for everyone, and then you all exit. Once you exit, and in case you missed a class or a session was not clear, you can always come back here. Once you click virtual classroom, go to recordings. You see this tab on recordings? Click recordings, and all the recordings will be lined up here, date by date. Like for instance, I was training a certain group, and after finishing training, this recording was saved automatically. So you just go to start playback and you will watch the entire class as it was taught if you did not attend for any reason. But be careful to attend classes because attendance will be recorded automatically. So you cannot pretend, you cannot hide that. You will have to be in this environment for your attendance to be taken automatically. And this is what the lecturers will be using to score your attendance. Just so you remember that at Daystar University's policy of class attendance is that you need to attend at least, is it at least or at most? At least 75% of the entire trimester. The only absenteeism that is allowed is up to 25%. Beyond 25% of absence, then the system that we use to generate grades will score you as absent and will give you another grade, which is not the grade that necessarily you will have scored. And that is not good. That means you will have to retake that course.
Doc, let me just interject here. Are you able to monitor the attendance as you go on during the semester so that you know if you are about to default? Thanks.
Yes, you can. You can by okay. I don't know whether your side you can check attendance, and this is the function of faculty. Oh, that's a good question. Let me think about it. And who is this? Who asked?
Simon Tumbo.
Okay, all right. Yeah, let me find out, and then we'll get back to you. Frida, your hand is up.
Yes, thank you, Dr. Munyao. I was a bit sorry for taking you back. I'm stuck at the point where in my platform for e-learning, I can actually see my courses, but I'm not able to navigate to the point where I can be able to join the lessons. Could you kindly guide me through?
But can you see the courses themselves?
Yes, the courses are very visible.
Okay, so you go to my courses as Tom had demonstrated earlier.
Yes.
And you should be able to find your courses in a snapshot. And if this is one of them, then you just click to get into it.
So I basically click one of the courses, then it will take me to that point where the classes are available.
Yes, and you click the one that is for that session. Or if there's an assignment that you want to do and submit, you click the course that you're looking for. It will bring you to this environment. Then if it's a class period for a live session, say at 5:30 on Tuesday, then you click here, virtual classroom, to get into the virtual learning environment. At the time of the class itself, on that day, this part will be activated. Only this section, it will say launch. You click launch to be launched into the class. Or you can also join through here, join classroom. It will take you into the environment that we just came from.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Most welcome. Okay. So any other question, Salima?
Yes, please. Yes, please. Thank you so much for taking us through that. You have an amazing platform. My question was,
Thank you.
if I'm forced to use mobile data, how many GB am I looking at for a class?
Okay, thank you for that question, because it brings in another dynamic here that class for Teams as is may not be very user-friendly with mobile technology. It's still an area of development. If that is the case for many of you, then there are other platforms too. If many of you in the class are on mobile devices, then you can most likely feel free to request your faculty member to transfer you to Zoom or Teams itself, or any other platform that is friendly for mobile technology. But
if I'm using the laptop, but there's no Wi-Fi and I'm doing the mobile hotspot using mobile data, how many GB should I be prepared with, roughly?
It's heavy. It's heavy on data. It's heavy on data.
Heavy.
So be prepared for that. But also, if you have availability of Wi-Fi network, I would highly recommend that. But again, not all of us have access to that. These are issues that you might need to discuss with your lecturer. And I think we are empathetic enough. We are always flexible and able to change and switch from one platform to another.
Thank you.
And Dr. Now that you mentioned about a scenario and the possibility of the facilitator moving to a different platform, would that require that all the learners move, or the two platforms are integrated? Would that mean if
In the event where another platform is used, all the learners will be on that other platform, and the link will be posted at the same place. You see you see that first tab. Yes, that first tab. That's where you'll find it most likely. It will be right there for ease of access under general.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, Rachel.
I have a question. It's almost not related to what you are teaching, but I'm looking for, because I'm unable to see my courses, and it's because I did not register and I don't know what to register. And when we broke out on Wednesday, there was only one student with one lecturer. So I'm looking for that lecturer. His initials were MO. Like if I can write him an email, I see what courses I'm supposed to choose so that I can maneuver around this e-learning portal.
I'm not sure I got your question. So you're asking, how do you reach out to a lecturer?
I'm asking the lecturer's name so I can reach out to him. His initials were MO, and he took me through BCom. He was with the undergraduate people, and I was the only one in that class on Wednesday during our breakout rooms session.
Initials were MO. Wow.
Yeah, and he was in BCom. He was handling BCom. And if it was Morris or law or math, I don't.
It could be Morris Onyango, M. Onyango.
Okay.
Yes, because he's the one who is in that school.
Thank you.
M. Onyango. Okay.
So you'd write to monyango@daystar.ac.ke.
Thank you.
Okay. So,
Daktari.
friends, we have another directorate waiting to take us through the orientation. So let me just take the last one.
Kindly, sorry, Daktari. Maybe just slightly, because I've followed the e-learning portal, so I'm okay with that. Thank you very much. But a quick one, I'm trying to register my courses, but I'm looking at the general courses, and I'm wondering, there's some that are grayed out and there's some that are not grayed out. So I don't know why, because I'm seeing like there's a course I want to take and there are like 3 of them offered at the same time, 3 different teachers. So I'm not sure which one now to pick. And they're the same. So for example, let me give an example here. I have GRA 613 and it's XNBI, Friday, 6:30, 8:40. Then the same one, YNBI, same, 6:30, Friday. And the third same one, ZNBI, by a totally different teacher. So I'm not sure now which one to pick in this regard. Or do those initials mean something? The Y, Z, and X? I don't know.
Yes. Tom, registrar-wise, that means that Z, Y, and X, those are different streams of the same class.
Okay.
Yes, there are different sections because our classes have limits to the number of students that can be enrolled at a particular time. So we don't really take very large classes. If it gets to a certain number, remember the way Morris explained to you, I think it was the other day, was it yesterday, that if a class maybe reaches something like 50 or something students, for example, it is marked as full.
Yeah.
Well,
So
that's a good thing to approach. So then how do I know it is full? Because they're all, ideally it should, again, maybe this is just feedback, Daktari. If it is full, then it should be grayed out. I shouldn't even be able to click it. I shouldn't be able to check on it at all. That's my thinking. But all of them I'm able to check and I'm able to, so I don't know now, does it, I don't know, honestly.
Maybe let me take that. Let me raise that with the registry, because you shouldn't be able to see all of them active. 2 should be grayed out.
They're
1
all
should be
active.
Okay,
Yeah. So that's what is a bit confusing for me. And given that, I'm a newbie, so I don't want to pick the wrong
same
thing.
date, same time. Same
Same
date,
date, same time. The only difference is the initials that come before Nairobi. So it is X, Y, and Z.
Okay, let me raise that with registrar, and then that should be sorted. Don't worry
Fine,
about
thank
it.
you.
Yeah, thank you.
Appreciate it. Bye.
Right.
Excuse me, Daktari. Maybe
Mhm.
to answer Evelyn or to help, sometimes I'm a master's proceeding to a PhD, and once I was in a different stream, I was in a P, and all of us X, Y, Z, P, we were holding the same class at the same time. So it's not usually a problem.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Okay.
So I can pick any.
For now, pick any, but start with X for now.
Okay, thank you.
Right.
Daktari,
Mary, is it a burning question, Mary?
Yes, sorry to interject, but it's in regards to the course registration. So I'm trying to also register. What happens when you click on the general, and then the
You are breaking. I didn't quite get that. But can I solve all these registration issues and dilemmas? Please click on the YouTube that says day 4. You see day 4? A specialist who actually oriented you on that has given a detailed process, step by step, on how to register for classes. So go to the chat segment. I have reposted all the recording links. And these are YouTube videos, so you can always click to go back and forth in case you miss a point. And that should be able to guide you really. Because I know it's detailed. I don't want to spend a lot of time on registration here. Yet it was handled in detail. A lot of detail, actually, more than I can give here. So I'm not ignoring your question, but that recording should be really more helpful than the feedback that I can give you in a rush right now. Please, please, please allow me to welcome the next directorate as I reshare those recordings with all of us here. So Yvonne,
Mine is on the
Frida.
same as whatever you are presenting. So I'm not able to see my course details in the portal right now of what you are presenting. I'm in the current date, not day 4. So I'm not able to move because I'll still ask, even if you put it off. But I just need to know, is there something that is going to be done, or it's a common error for all of us right now?
So you can't see your courses?
I can see my profile, but I cannot see my courses. And I've registered the units, I've gotten the timetable, I've paid the fees. So it's this part that I'm stuck and I don't know how to move.
I think that's the point where Tom had just demonstrated. Let me see if I can do that very quickly. Wow, I'm sorry, Dr. Yuya and your team. You see, this is my course. So you go to your profile right here. All right, you go to your profile. Then you scroll down, under course details, you should be able to see your
That's what
courses.
I'm saying. I don't have. I don't have anything. That's why I'm unmuted. Yes, I don't have anything on the course details.
When did you finish registration?
Sorry?
Have you finished
When did you finish
registration?
registration? When did you finish?
I got my timetable this afternoon.
Okay. Yeah, so give it a little bit of more time. In the next few hours, it should come. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. So let me reshare recordings as I introduce the next group. At Daystar University, now you've been introduced into e-learning and how you're going to begin your classes next week online. More than just classes, we are also involved in research, innovations, commercialization, and entrepreneurship. And there's a whole directorate that is dedicated to that. In fact, the newest directorate at Daystar University that is solely dedicated to assisting you into that aspect. And I'm going to invite the director, Dr. Caroline Mwaka, who is screen right now, to greet you, introduce her team, and then get into it. Karibu sana daktari.
All right. Thank you so much, Doc, and thank you, Deputy Director Dell, for well thought through orientation. As we come close, I'm so excited that we are almost among the last people, and it's exciting to see everyone, and I really hope that we are going to definitely look through what you want to look. I want to welcome you at Daystar University. You've just made the right choice. To be, I don't know if Dr. Martin, you can spotlight and then you can allow me to share. So I really want us to welcome all of us. I'm so excited to have all of you. You can be sure we've been running this for years, since COVID. Dr. Martin and I have been running the Audel Directorate until recently, about a few months ago, when I was moved out of Audel and taken to the Directorate of Research. But it has been interesting to see students graduate. I think our first students, as the first pioneering directorate on e-learning in Daystar, probably formally graduated 2 years after COVID, that is in 2022. We had our group graduating 2023, 2024. It has been amazing to see all of us host you and be able to work to you. Now that I've moved to research, I have now changed gear. This just about how many months? December, since November officially. No, since actually December officially, I moved to the Research Directorate so that I can be able to support most of you. But I've been excited to be coordinating a program on leadership and leadership, policy and leadership. There are students like you, they are from 23 countries. As I said last time, Uzbekistan, Pakistan, Malawi, South Africa. We have a professor from England, we have China, we have Malaysia, we have, of course, Kenya is there, we have South Sudan, we have Congo, we have Pakistan, we have Kuwait, we have Seychelles. You can imagine, they are all undertaking that program. They are from 23 countries. So usually we learn in the evening. Their intake is only once. It's usually in September. There are 118 in one class, 118. So we begin the class, and the class usually begins at around 5:30. So we have Kenyans at 5:30. Those in China, it is at 10:30 p.m. Then there will be another group at 1:30 a.m. So it will be a varied group. And therefore, some people begin a class today and start the class in a new day, because it begins from their 10:30 p.m. and they wake up at 1:30 p.m. in the class. So usually we find it very interesting. And sometimes all of us are all over the world, and we put them together, and it's such a good thing to know that we can now learn all over. And Daystar has been great in terms of making sure that you learn in quality. We have had all our students from 2020 graduating from this class. Now, let me go back to officially where I am now. I keep feeling that I'm still back in Audel, but now I moved to officially to the research, and I want us to introduce ourselves to what this is, because it was very exciting, just like Audel or e-learning. It's also very exciting to also be part of this again endeavor this year. I hope this is the slides I want. Now I'll stop sharing and share the right ones that I want. Okay. I'll come back to that book. Mwisho. All right. This is what I want. All right, let me see. This is what I want. All right, this is what I want. Okay, this is what I want. So I want to take us through what we are, what we do in Daystar, and who we are. We are the Directorate of Research, Innovation, Commercialization, and Entrepreneurship. And my name is Dr. Caroline Ayuya Mwaka. This is the newest directorate in Daystar. It has been there as postgraduate and research, but now we have research, innovation, commercialization, entrepreneurship. Just as the vibrant person ahead of you, this is how vibrant this is research is going to be. And this research has to do with everything research, innovation, commercialization, entrepreneurship. What is exciting is what we're going to promote. We're going to promote research. We're promoting research excellence in Daystar. We want to see students write good proposals. We want you to learn good research methods, read the right books, do the right proposal, because we're giving the skills. But most important is how we can access to you some grants, collaborate. Like now, every team of Daystar, if we're going to give you an award in Daystar as a faculty, you must have at least a postgraduate as your team member. There is currently an ongoing research of Daystar NJ Cohort, and it is about, they're doing about Kenya, that is around the roads and the Horn of Africa. I am a member of the committee. It has about right now, from Daystar, we have about a team of 12 students in that particular group. Or they are masters and PhD in either development studies or monitoring and evaluation or project management. They are not only just supporting that research, they are being paid 37,000 shillings per month. They also have a scholarship from that particular project. And that's exactly what we want to do with all of us. We try to get you opportunities to be part of our research journey so that you can now learn to do research. So we promote research, we do grant writing, grant application, and academic conferences that are happening in Daystar. We manage them, we support them with funding. We also do innovation and creativity. Man, right now, if you want to be the Elon Musk, you want to be the Bill Gates, you must go into innovation. We can't just do research and this research is just sitting there. We want research that produces things and solutions and products. We want people to be innovative. We usually spotlight every student. If you have an innovation, a prototype, like now we are getting into an MOU with an organization that is going to sell innovations for us on our behalf. For example, if Moses SMI has an innovation, we get it, we go into a contract or an MOU or understanding or an agreement, then the organization will look for customers to be part of you and give you equity and put money in that innovation. And then we share some revenue, but we make sure that the innovation belongs to you, what we call patenting. So we call that intellectual property, the mind property, because that is your property. So we will not take your property, but we will support you to get the buyer, and we get the person to invest in that, put equity in that particular innovation, and have it in the world. So who has innovation? But we're not right now. I want for people who have innovations, meaning prototypes, like if this is a phone you've created that is almost at the end, not the idea. At the moment, I'm looking at any person. Should you know anyone? They shouldn't be in Daystar. They could be outside, but they have a very good innovation already. They want to do the intellectual property. They want to patent it, become theirs, but they also don't have where to go, how to go about it in the market and make the innovation known. And here are the people. We are the ones doing that. The reason I'm saying that it doesn't have to be a Daystarian is because we will bring in an agreement between the innovator and ourselves and the companies that put these innovations out. And then now we can be able to sell the and then we support solutions. At the moment, let me know. If you want equity, you want us to patent, help in the patent to get the intellectual property and own it. Don't go to the TikTok and showcase it. Before you know it, tomorrow someone will be running with your innovation. Don't go to the Facebook and tell people, oh, I have this innovation. Before you know it, tomorrow someone will be running away with your innovation. So we want you to ensure that, I hope that Karen Christie, is it a student here? Martin, be careful. So I hope that we bring that innovation here. We make it, we will help you. Then we have what we called commercialization opportunities. You want research and then stop it there. Money, why don't you monetize your research? So you want us to do for you research as Daystarian? I am the right person. Daystar is the right institution. Some of you are coming from very huge organizations. They want people to carry for them baselines. They want people to carry for them research. Daystar is the place, and contact me. I'll be there. Like yesterday, we give you a proposal. We have one of the topmost researcher in this country. Number one professor of research method is Professor Lebanon Ayiro, your vice chancellor, our vice chancellor. So we support that. We transform research into market products. We also do research. We do consultancy of research, and that's what you're doing. We also want people to be business-like, so everything is entrepreneurial. And therefore, we are trying to bring in a compulsory course. Our directorate of research is coming up with an entrepreneurial program. It is that is general to everyone. I want you to also start monetizing your intelligence, become a business person, become great out of what you're becoming. We're not just teaching Daystarians to be in class and learn things. We also want you to create employment opportunities. Mary Onywinka, you create an opportunity, you employ people, you give them opportunities. All of us here, that's what you're going to do. And that's what I'm saying. We are just beyond commercialization. Mary, don't worry, not because you're walking. I'm just using you as a name. So you shouldn't be worrying that, oh, she saw me walking. No, it's just I saw your name, Angela. My point here is that we want people to employ, and therefore that's why our directorate is supposed to come up with 3 programs: undergraduate, masters, and already PhDs available for you to be able to carry out your entrepreneurial skills, so that you just don't get knowledge, but you also go with skills of becoming business people, support up. By the way, if you have a startup also, and you want to have some support and you like us to partner with you, let us know. Our directorate ourselves are here. We do capacity building, workshops, seminars, training, and programs for staff and students and external clients. By the way, postgraduate students come from very huge organizations, very huge business places. Allow us to be the sources from communication to mental health. Yes.
Excuse me.
Yes.
We are struggling.
Doc,
My
you're
internet is.
breaking.
I have poor internet.
Yes.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, but your voice
you've been
keeps
breaking.
Sorry, that is just, you're telling me I'm poor with the internet. I should go to Starlink, upgrade my, my status. So we also do capacity building. If you're an organization, you'd like us to do for you capacity building, we do our own here. We do seminars, training, and conference. But should you have in your organization us to do capacity building for you in any area, communication, mental health, IR, theology, anything religious, business, we are here, we'll do for you. And then, of course, we recognize outstanding, like students this year, your class, we are looking for people who are going to have outstanding research innovations or entrepreneurial efforts, we'll be able to award you. So this is the main function of our directorate. This is the main function of our directorate, both internal and external clients. And we are now looking to students to ensure we mentor you in research, in innovation, in commercialization, entrepreneurship. We co-create, we do things together, we collaborate. You also tell people about Daystar, as we say. So this is that. So I've already talked about this, and I'm not going to repeat again around this. So again, I've said what we do in that particular slide, what we are doing. And therefore, only what we want to do is gap up the academic research and practical, but also be able to turn ideas into impactful solutions, contribute to the growth of our country, our region, and everything that we do. So again, I insist, should you have a prototype? A prototype is an innovation that is almost complete, or a complete innovation, and you'd like us to help you patent it. You'd like us to be able to bring equity. You'd like us to give people to support, to get people to invest into it. We are the people. But also we're doing research, we'll support your research, we'll ensure you do there. But are you also in a company organization that would like us to do research for you? We are the people. So this is the team. I don't know if they are here, but I want to see if Dr. Pamela Juma, I am myself the director for Odell, sorry. I'm the director for Research Innovation, Commercial Entrepreneurship. I also have my colleagues here. Is Pamela here to show off her face again, other than the one on the screen? Dr. Pamela Juma, are you there? Shout out.
Hi, I'm Pamela Juma. My video is not showing. I hope you can hear me.
Dr. Pamela, is it that you don't have a video or it's not showing?
It's not showing. Work on it, yeah. Yeah, but they can see my picture.
Please work on it.
Yeah.
So Dr. Pamela Juma is the Deputy Director for Research, Innovation, Commercial Entrepreneurship, and she's mostly in charge of research package or area, trying to ensure that research with capacity building, partnership, funds, grants, writing, all those things about research. We also have one of ours who just graduated last year, Mr. John Deritu. Are you there? I don't know if he's on. So he's the innovations officer at DASTA or at DRICE, or D-RICE. Some people call DRICE, some people call D-RICE, whatever, as long as you don't call us dry rice. So he's the one that is in charge of connecting students around innovations, creating partnerships. But that doesn't mean for postgraduate, be sure I am available, Dr. Pamela is available, another team available to support you. We are here in both research and innovation. You'll meet John. We do have Mr. Felipe Tinega. Are you there? He's one of you doing his PhD in business administration, supporting our administrative services at DASTA University, and taking a PhD also in DASTA. And therefore, he's the one who learns the logistics of our Research and Innovation Directorate. A young Vivian Shibuya, also this one is a young lady undertaking a master's in economics, but he's our a research assistant officer. Is she in? Okay, not in. So basically, she's the one who does our research assistant activities that we need. If we need her available quickly, she has to be available to support the whole directorate, sending information, carrying out surveys. If we give you a survey, please, she's the one who has constructed. That's what she does every other time for us in the directorate. So that's what we do in the directorate. As we continue with our slides. Sorry. Now, as we said, we do a lot of fostering of innovation and entrepreneurship. We want to cultivate a culture of innovation at DASTA. We want to enhance entrepreneurship. We want to enhance research excellence at DASTA. We are doing so well. We have huge programs. At the moment, Edgar, John, Peter, others, DASTA has won a huge grant of about 280 million to work with JKUAT along what we call KENHA, the Horn of Africa, monitoring and evaluation of activities. We have won a European Union where Dr. Martin is, European Union Erasmus Mundus, about 109 million. And Dr. Martin Munya is part of that team. They're looking at different programs in various countries. We have won World Vision, some grant we are doing for them, and a meta-analysis for what child well-being. We have Shakahola, we won by a Shakahola grant to carry out the activities and the rituals and everything around Shakahola. And this is the recent ones. We also won another 57 million to carry out some activities amongst kids with disabilities. We have won, I can say we have won so many, organizations like the Window Trust to carry out performance improvement programs in their institutions. We are now looking forward to implementation of different programs. So this has been involved in very huge groundbreaking research and literally gotten a lot of funds to support this. But more important is the internal grants. Like by the end of this month, we shall be awarding a lot of staff grants to carry out different research activities and innovations, but one of their conditions is that they must involve an undergraduate, and postgraduate student as part of their research team. So look at what we are doing, and we keep doing it because we must do it, because that is what we do well. We are a center of excellence in research, innovation, entrepreneurship, and innovation. Kenya Innovation Agency can talk so much about us around innovation. NRF can talk so much about us around research, because NRF has even given us a lot of funds in research, carrying out research. And so many organizations can say about, World Bank can say about us. And therefore, we have much confidence in ourselves that we can do. And as I call on you, are you in an organization that would like us to undertake a research? Would you refer us to a research activity that you'd like us to take? Apart from what we do in Daystar capacity building, we're giving funds, but we'll also want to contribute to the community. Whether in your country or in this country, Kenya here, are you someone who'd like to Daystar to support that particular? Now, that means you're calling as a consultant in that perspective. But I also say, again, I'm repeating, are you an innovator? Do you have a prototype? Do you have an innovation that is almost complete? Are you looking for equity in that innovation? Don't showcase it online, because it will be stolen. Let us talk together. We'll get you involved with people, make some agreements, patent it with you, and then sell it out for people to buy equity in your innovation and become wealthy and rich. Other than class, you have to be wealthy and rich. You should be rich and wealthy. You should create jobs, and you should have enough money to support people. Yes, Dennis.
I have a question. What if you approach a certain company and then things went haywire and you want to claim back the patent? Do you help in that?
No, you suppose you had. But as a student, yes, I hope my internet was going. So our law department specializes, one of their specialization or niche is intellectual property. Yes, you can write to us, and then we write to the law. But then, because it was done before you became a Daystar student, I'm sure they might have to get one law staff to help you follow up on your legal, depending on the understanding you had with that organization and that partner, because some commitment with
will it be pro bono?
Or you have to go through that particular argument. Yeah. Right, George? George?
Right. Thank you so much, Dr. Caroline. I'm very much excited about you guys. Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, let me stop sharing Kidogo so that I can see some faces.
Thank you so much, Dr.
People are so beautiful and handsome. I like seeing all this. Yes, George.
Right. I'm saying, Dr. Caroline, that I'm very excited about your program. Actually, I've been talking with a number of vice chancellors, and I'm glad that Daystar actually has got this particular initiative. So I will be your guest several times to discuss some of these great opportunities going forward. Thank you so much to our wonderful lady.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you. Yes, anybody else? All right. Keep bringing them on as I finish up our presentation. Okay. Right, from current slide. So that is, and I'm going to give time for questions. So what are we saying? We are saying we'd like you to join our
Doctor, excuse me.
Lost you. We lost you, Dr. Caroline.
To today. We want to, oh, you, that's the.
Hi, I think this is Pamela. I think we lost Caroline. She was just winding up. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah, so I think Caroline was just winding up. Our office is based at the Valley Road campus. And what she projected there is our email address. So if you want to reach us, you can reach us through the email address. At the office, we have the administrator who was mentioned, Felipe. So it can also be of help when you want to contact us. The telephone numbers are also presented there. I think that last one, Carol was talking about the book, the research book.
Let me just go through it, Pamela, if you don't mind.
Oh, you are back. Okay, welcome back.
Yeah, thank you. Sorry for that. Someone was calling, interrupting my internet. So thank you, Eska, for that. Now, as you come in, one of your main course is going to be research methods. And this is the newest book in the country, probably in the region, that has the simplest way. I have one here on my table here. That has the simplest way of taking you through research. It is authored by your own very own Vice Chancellor, Professor Leban Ayiro. It was just launched last year, I think in November, and we've sold thousands of copies to all over. Many libraries in the country have booked, many Vice Chancellors have taken to the libraries. This is a book that you must have in your hand. It's gonna make your work so easy. You remember during his orientation, he literally tried to take you through. I can see on this page, meaning of research, purpose of research, importance of research, other ways of knowing research, the language of research, ethics in research. Then it goes to chapter 2, types of research, characteristics of research, purpose of research, then research methods, qualitative, quantitative, mixed method. Then he has something to do with research problem, which people literally cannot. He's one of the simplest person who has made it so easy to write a research problem. So identifying research problem, sources of research. Then he has a topic on research questions, on reviewing and citing literature, research designs, methods of data collection. He has a topic also on population and samples, and many others. And he has dedicated this book to Medica, his mother. This is a book you have to grab. By the way, this book has reached China. This book has reached England. We were trying to get it back because the publisher has not put it on, but you can order online with the publisher to reach you. So, should you want a copy, please, you can call me. That's my number. 0720405483. I can help you. Someone is making noise. I can help you get the book. It is just 1,500, the book. So it's 1,500. It's a very interesting, the easiest research book I have ever read. People have read Mugenda and others, but Professor Ayiro has one of the best way to write a research book. Please, this is your postgraduate book, core book for your research. Get a copy. We will then 1,500. But should you can come and pick it in Daystar. He will autograph it for you, or you can tell me I want the book, but let him autograph, but deliver for me. So delivery cost is on your cost. If you are in Eldoret, we'll put on a bus that you want us to put and to deliver. If you are, say, in Seychelles, like my students, others in Kuwait, usually they give us options. Otherwise, you can order it on Amazon or other places if you're in those countries. But in Kenya here, we encourage those ones in Kenya to literally buy straight from the author because it is cheaper if you are here in Kenya. And you can also ask your friend to buy for you and they deliver for you. That's up to you. His officer is called Magdalene Kieng, and her number is there. She's the one who packages to ensure that the book reaches you. So order this book today. We have copies that are very limited until the publisher produces more. Should you need this book, grab it today, like yesterday. I don't think there's any faculty in Daystar who doesn't have this book or a student. My 18 students in the MLD, each of them has a book. So it's you to also buy this book because VC will be teaching some of these research methods in some of these classes. Like he's going to teach this particular class beginning Monday. So I'd like to make known to you that all of us, including me, I have this book and it's well autographed for me. Let me see what he told me when I bought this book. I think, okay. Right, so he told me that I may increase my wisdom in research and make an impact. And that's what he wished me. So basically, that's what I want to bring also to you. If you have any question I would like to address, please make sure you order this book. It's going to be, and tell other students in other universities who want to read the easiest book by Professor Leba Naira, published here in Kenya, but one of the easiest by, I think, Kenya Literature Bureau. We have it and we can deliver it to you. I want to bring this to conclusion and allow you to ask questions. If you have any, Pamela and I are here to answer your questions, and so exciting to see all of you. You're just amazing and you're in the right place. I did my clinical psychology in Daystar, my PhD, and I'm so excited to be working for Daystar, but I also do many things outside here. I'm also a researcher and I have so many things I'm involved around research. I also sit in very many committees and I also impact a lot. Moses Samai, at least I see you and we've been seeing each other like this. Yes, how are you?
Thanks, Dr. I'm fine. You are a supermarketer. I hope Professor gives you a cut.
Right.
On a lighter touch, I feel like I need to grab it tomorrow.
Yes.
Although I've seen a colleague there raising, it would have been a good idea if that book was made available on my loft, so that we access it, at least considering for the postgrads, we may argue they are able to get it, but majority would want to have the book. Now, we have courses in, we have a course in research and eventually we'll do a thesis. Is there a nexus? Is there a nexus between your directorate and the researchers what is the nexus between your directorate and the courses, the researchers that you're going to do, the thesis?
A lot. You see, first of all, you build capacity and skills among our faculty who are supposed to be teaching you. So we don't limit them just to thesis. We also want them to expand your knowledge of research. So once we train them around research areas, how to do proposals, writing, winning proposals, it's not just about your academic proposal, but it's also a proposal that you will make, because I want us to be entrepreneurial. I also want us to be research people and many things. So we give them skills to be able to give you back, to support you and bring in around. And you know, a research problem in fundraising is the same research problem in the thesis. It's the same. So the terminology is the same, and that's how we do it. So yes, there's a nexus very much. But for us, we will also introduce you to scholarships or grants, travel grants around grants, or student mobility around research that might be coming. We usually send an email and say there's this opportunity. If some of them are online, some of them are physical, some of them are grants. Yes, that's what we do.
Thank you very much. Please have copies by the reception tomorrow when we come.
Oh, we have so many. Just call me tomorrow. By the way, I'll be there tomorrow to sell these books. No, you're right. Actually, I'll be there tomorrow.
Signed by the professor himself.
Yes, yes, I'll ask him to ensure that they are signed, whatever is in the America, and ensure that he has signed, whether it's an e-signature. Yes, yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Any other question? I saw Winnie. You put your hand down.
Hi, Dr.
Hi,
Carol.
Winnie. Hi.
Kindly, mine is to compliment. Okay, I've seen the book. Kindly share that photo that you had. Kindly share it on the screen so that I capture the delivery person's number. Thank you.
There we go. There we go.
Okay. Thank you. Perfect.
Thank you. So those who are going to be in the Daystar tomorrow, we will be there with the books.
Hi, Dr.
How about Ebay? Yes.
Yes. Hello, Dr. Caroline.
Hi, Ebay.
You've really made an interesting session. Also, I'll be your guest tomorrow. You'll be around
Thank you.
school.
Yes, I'll come in school.
Also, maybe tomorrow, if not right now, I could be asking the question on the Horn of Africa.
Yes.
Okay, tomorrow is fine.
Tomorrow is fine. You can ask me if it's a personal question around Horn of Africa. Yes.
All right. Thank you very much.
Perfect. Any
Dr.
other
Carlo?
person?
Yes,
Yes,
Dr.
go
Carlo.
ahead. Yeah.
Thank you for your energetic presentation. Now, I'm here to ask for a waiver for the new student.
Yes.
Because it will be bought in numbers tomorrow. You could waive a
Yes.
little bit the
We could
price.
waive?
Could you waive the price a little bit for the new
Actually,
student?
we waived.
It's already waived.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
You know, if you go the publisher themselves, they'll sell it more. For us, this is already a pre-launch. I mean, not a pre-launch. This was a launch price. So we literally kept it up to now.
Caro, we bought it at 2,000, so that's a reduced price. Yeah.
Yeah. Any other question? Nobody's telling me we have a consultancy for you people in Daystar. We are in this organization. Come and do capacity building. Come and do this. You know, and also we'll be giving you opportunities ourselves. We will give you so many.
Hello, Carol.
Yes.
This is Frida. Allow me to ask this, though the initial presentation first about the finances, because I'm just finding it tricky. Currently, I'm in Sudan, and you know what is happening. So I was not able to go to the bank to like top up my installment because now when I'm trying to register, I'm registering for 5 units, but it's telling me I need to top up the 29K so that I reach the minimum requirements. So I don't know what should I do because now I can't register for classes. I don't know.
How did you pay the first installment? Did you pay through the bank?
Yes, yes.
So right now you have a challenge going to the bank again.
Yes, because now wherever I am, there's no internet so that I can't do mobile banking. Like there's nothing like I can do right now. So the only option is to send someone physically to the bank, and I don't have I have with my documents with me.
Since we have the whole week to continue registration, to allow you to continue registration, I hope that by the end of the week you'll have been able to finish up that payment. I think the whole week, usually, I think there's a drop in class time, so that week should allow you that.
I'm hoping so because I don't want to be locked out to be.
Which program are you in? Which program are you in?
I'm in project management, so that's why I don't want to be locked out during the day classes. I'm taken to Saturday. I don't want any Saturday classes. That's why I really want to book for my during like Monday to Friday classes.
That's okay, and make sure that you let Dr. Mogute know you are encouraging that and the finance as you prepare to settle down because of your personal issues. And sure, Dr. Mogute is known or the dean is aware, but also the finances are aware, telling that it's not something that you could control, but you are working on it.
Thank you.
And thank you for all the way from Sudan. Anybody else? Anyone else?
Yes, I do. Dr. Yes, I do, if I may, Dr.
Who is that?
Thank you so much. Yes, it is. Thank you very much for that presentation. Quite informative, and I really do appreciate that. So, quick one. Do you get, I didn't quite hear that, but I don't know whether you get into partnerships with government agencies. Is that something that you, okay, very good. So if now we're to get into a partnership, for example, say we need a training for management teams on mental health or emotional intelligence or whatever the case, do you have like a rate card? Do you have a tariff? What do you normally use and how do we go about it?
No, you see, like we've just done a prison survey. We've just done the correctional survey. We finished doing the baseline gaps, challenges of people because we want them to see what they can do to come to class, and that's a government, purely 100% government engagement with us and DASTA. So what we do, Evelyn, like me, just drop me an email and tell me what you want to do, and then we go into a partnership. We make more of partnerships as opposed to it's a collaboration as opposed to usual way of applying for something. We just agree. We agree. So you just drop me or Grace. Yeah, you just drop me an email or call me. My numbers have been there. Text me and tell me I would like to talk to you about this, and we get into partnerships. Moses is really staring at me. Moses, I'm usually in, those 40s energetic girls, so we are here. Yes, there was a hand by who? There was Paul Ogaugu. Paul, is that a name here?
Yeah, thank you for murdering my name. Thank you for calling it anyhow.
Paul, I was in Lagos. Yes.
You were in Lagos?
Yes.
Okay. You're speaking like us now.
Yes,
anyway,
yes.
Thank you for a very inspiring presentation, challenging us to profit from this anyhow we can, but my question is not really related. Two things. I paid just today. By the way, I'm calling from Australia. That's where I live for now. So I just made the transfer from bank today.
Wonderful.
And I wonder when it's going to be reflected. That's one. Two, there is this thing on our portal. All of us, I think, many of us had that problem where our date of birth was just this year. I think January. We're all born like 1st of January this year. How do we correct this?
Point taken. That one you're going to correct because it should reflect your real file.
Right.
You are pretty young. Oh, welcome to this world.
Thank you.
we will notify the registrar, and that one made. Yes. Thank you, and thank you. We have a lot of partnerships in Australia, including Sydney and University in Australia and others. Yeah, and many other. We have so many organizations in Australia we are working with right now, especially around. Like if you Google Global Gardens of Peace, it's in Australia. It's one of the organizations we're working with at the moment.
I see.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right. So we had Andrew and Noli. My time is, I know, is almost here, but I hope Martin gives me just few minutes to respond. Yep. Yes. Go ahead. Open up your mic.
Okay. Thank you, Professor Carol, and also together with the other DASTA staff. I was wondering what I was coming to do for the 5 days orientation. Online, but I think it was worth it. This is my third institution, equivalent of a university, and I think I've not had such kind of an orientation in the previous universities. So maybe what I can say here is kudos, DASTA. You're doing a great job. I didn't expect to hear what I've already had, but I appreciate this. So now to the question of research, I wanted to know. Personally, I have got an idea of what I want to do in my thesis, and I wanted to see if that can be captured early enough to get proper guidance on how I can, start on it. So, for students who are like me, I know there are some also who have an idea of what they want to do. How do you handle such who, they have an idea when they're just starting their studies, so that they can actually shape that idea into a thesis that can be considered going
Which
forward.
program are you doing?
MBA Finance.
MBA Finance, Dr. Chongo should be able to help you as early as this possible so that you can start shaping up, or the dean himself. Usually we actually begin, and we have students who begin having concepts as early as this. As we move to chapter research method, maybe chapter 1, chapter 2, we are doing very well. But personally, I'm also into this. I've been attending my research method I've been mentored by Professor Lebana Euro throughout the last 5 years and 6 years to help. I'm not really saying I can't help you. Right?
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much for that response.
There's somebody else, I think that was Andrew.
Hi, Daktari. I have a question. I don't know if it's related, but by any chance, would the directorate be hiring or something? I'm really curious to know. Thank you.
Yes, when we do hire, when we hire, we actually make an announcement and we publish it. But some people have come, like I've just received an email, someone telling me I'm very good in this. I don't want to engage in a lot of activities because I'm a student, but I want to offer some support into your directorate. That's okay. But when you do hire, we give. And we also have people who send us hiring, like World Vision just sent us, and we sent about 50 CVs and they hired 5 of them. Yes. Pamela, you can take it on.
Okay. Are there more questions? Any other question?
Yes. I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, I'm Purity.
Yeah.
And I joined the orientation process on Wednesday. And I'm totally lost. I don't know where we are. Because on Wednesday, I joined a little bit late. So how can you help me?
Oh, you joined later?
Yes, late on Wednesday.
Okay, so I think the people are still coming in. People are still joining. So for those who have joined late, I think there'll be a plan to give you more information. But there'll always be somebody to be contacted. I think for now, it's the registrar's office that will be giving more details. And you just register that you joined late, you missed the other session, but I think we will organize for you some more sessions.
Please.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you.
Just also to add that usually we have recordings, and Dr. Martin has been sharing. You can go through all those recordings, but Dr. Martin, because she might have missed on other essential areas like registrations or naming or putting things like the registrars, then we can actually help. So Dr. Martin should be able to also help you and all recording session.
So Martin is still online? Okay.
Yes. Okay.
All right. Do we have any other question? I hope we are done. We want to wish you so well in this journey of Daystar coming up. But more important, I want you to be part of the research, innovation, commercialization, entrepreneurship, the longest directorate that has the longest name. And we are going to work with you and collaborate you. We love you so much, and bye.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. I think that is an introduction to DRISE, and you've seen the team. You've heard about what DRISE is about, and so please come in to Daystar ready to plug in. Next up, and the last but not the least, is a very crucial and important department at Daystar University that really gives us the face of the university, the corporate affairs. And without further ado, let me introduce to us the manager, corporate affairs at Daystar University, Madam Damaris Kimilu. Damaris Kimilu, this is your time. Please greet the students, introduce your team, and get started. Thank you. Damaris, are you on? Am I audible?
Yeah, she was on.
Hi, Dr. Martin.
Yeah, she was on.
Okay. All right. And Alex is also here. You can pick it up if we have dropped Damaris.
Thank you, Dr. It's a great joy to see every last one of us for undergraduate and postgraduate students who are on this call today. You're certain this is not Damaris. They have just had a downtime of power at their place. And so the very reason she's dropped out of the call. Corporate Affairs and Marketing Department. Can you hear me, Dr.
Yes,
Yes,
loud
we
and
can
clear.
hear you. Yes, we can hear you.
Great. Let me share a presentation from our end so that I know a number of my colleagues are on call, but gain more presence to know. The Corporate Affairs and Marketing Department is charged with internal and external comms, but also a sense of business development, and right from customer acquisition to strategies and engagement on customer retention, and just ensuring also you're satisfied within your journey at Daystar. And so this presentation will be an attempt to unpack the department, and I'll be getting to also let us know colleagues who are on the call. This department is led by Mrs. Damaris Kimilu, who is a Corporate Affairs and Marketing Manager, and at Hub served together with a wonderful colleague called Jean Murungi, who oversights public relations, and myself, working with a team that does marketing. And so it's great to see us here, and that you would come as our students in this semester. Keen also to note is that our mandate surrounds and concerns itself around branding and marketing across all our intakes. September is usually our first intake in the academic year, followed by January, and then the May intake forms the last in our academic year. We're also tasked with corporate comms, internal and external. And so in the line of your engagement, you'll be getting to hear more from us. We do a lot of managing social media handles, but also beyond that, internal communications where intranet communications is concerned. We do a weekly newsletter called the InfoSpot for you to be abreast of happenings around campus and where campus life is concerned, especially because most of us will be engaged in virtual learning. So you get to be reached out through our internal comms. We're also in charge and give oversight to customer relations and customer experience. We pray and hope you'll have the best of experiences in your journey here on campus now and in the coming days, that you will get to get the best of the experiences as you journey along campus. And we are here, always ready to help at our various customer touch points, virtually through our WhatsApp channel, but also physically in both our campuses, the main campus in Athi River and the Nairobi campus along Valley Road 28. You will be, will always be at your service to handle any matter. Be in charge of media relations. We are a communication university, and so you know what media means to us, and so we engage in the latitude of that. We in charge also of stakeholder relations, university, students, staff, faculty, council, and company, but also our friends in the West, because Daystar also has some inclination towards a development office in the US, what we call Daystar US. We do a lot of stakeholder relations. And lastly, we manage university events. And so you will get to see more communications coming from us about and where university events are concerned, especially graduations. They lie with a greater mandate to us in corporate affairs, but also general university events. We are involved from incubation even to actual delivery. I see Damaris is here, our team lead. Damaris, would you want to take it up? Damaris, can you get us?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Excellent. Good evening to all our new evening students. And Alex, thank you for getting us started. I was thrown off. We just experienced the power outage before our session began. But Alex was doing very well. I was basically here to get us started. I just want to bring you greetings and allow Alex and the rest of the team, which is here from Corporate Affairs, to introduce ourselves, our mandate, and so that you get to know how you can engage and also how we can do business together. I've heard Dr. Ayuya telling you that we can do more than what you are here to take. Out there, we can still collaborate a lot in a number of areas where you see our mandate. So Alex, kindly proceed and bring your team, and we shall be concluding towards the end. I'll be coming back. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for the indulgence, Damaris. In the marketing section, I serve with a wonderful team. I see Sosnes. Sosnes is in charge of brand experience. You will find him in the Nairobi campus, mostly. Sosnes, would you want to say hi?
Hello, thank you, Alex. Good evening, our new students. As Alex has mentioned, my name is Sosnes Olindo. I serve with Alex in the marketing section.
Thank you. Next in line is Helen Mtawali. I see Helen.
Yes. Hello, good evening, our students. My name is Helen Olivia Kutumulo Nyarnyakat. Makine nakauputu tadumura. Therefore, Tawali Ngongo is my South African name. If you want, you can call me Madam President. I serve with Alex in corporate affairs. At least you got yourself smiling. Yeah. Thank you so much. I'm a musician, a performer, music judge. Some of you have seen me on TV. But I like to say that I love Daystar because I've been here. Oh God, since time immemorial. I think I'm the longest serving, 30 years here at Daystar University. So I use, I serve at corporate affairs, but I do experiential marketing. Thank you and welcome.
Thank you, Helen, for always holding fort on that front. Rachel Mwaka, I'm not sure. Rachel, are you on call? Rachel is in charge of digital marketing. If you get to see our campaigns, pools of hashtags there, she gives oversight to that with a wonderful team and volunteers. I know she's on leave. I'm not quite sure whether she's on call at the moment. Next is next, we want to assure you that having come to us, and especially because with the team, we are the people, the marketing section is a team that interfaces, especially most of us in our acquisition journey, in meeting you, probably at the point of where you called and expressed interest. We want to assure you that there is more that there is for you on campus. For those undergraduate evening students, especially, feel free to come on campus as and when your schedule allows. There will be more that you'll experience with sports facilities, hostel, library, medical clinic, the opportunity for e-learning, which has been quite a boost for us in the days past since the advent of COVID, and with robust learning systems continuing to grow under the auspices of the ODEL Directorate. Sure, you'll be here for a wonderful treat. Exams that sometimes you're not sure, especially for first semester, how we do it here, we'll be grateful to assist you during that season to settle you in. Academic supervision for our postgraduate students. We hope that you'll have the best of experiences. One of the things we've experienced in higher education marketing is that most postgraduate students never ask the question, how much is the course? They usually ask, how long will I be in the course? And one of the embargoes in most universities, especially the public universities in Kenya, is academic supervision. But I know you've interacted with the Directorate of Postgraduate Studies, and that wonderful team is happy to make sure you graduate in record time. You're also assured of security while on campus. If you're coming for library and you want to park around our Nairobi campus, you can be assured of your security while you're on campus. Career placement for the wonderful network that our career placement has, especially for undergraduate students, is something and to pride in. The creative production team is led by Mercy Onditi. Mercy is also on leave. I don't know whether Ian or Gabriel want to take it up. Yeah, Gabriel. I see Ian on the call. Ian, will you want to take it up and introduce to us this team?
Yeah, sure. Karibuni Daystar. So I'll just reintroduce the creative and production team. So leading our team is Mercy Onditi. She is the lead graphic designer. So all the works that you see on our different publications, she's in charge of that, be that our brochures, our branded merchandise, whether those are t-shirts or even mugs and hoodies. She's in charge of that. And then we have Gabriel Amani, who is also assisting her in that. And he also helps in the video production team, which I am also part of. And I am Ian Kiama, the team leader of a team that does most of the media productions at Daystar University. That's the Daystar Production Unit. And basically, this is a team that I lead. We have volunteer students whom we work with in producing content that is housed online. That's on our social media platform. That's YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, X, and TikTok. So basically, even we work with different students who have different talents in the media space. And yes, and let me mention here, tomorrow we'll be having a rugby match. It will be at our main campus. And so feel free to subscribe and watch out on our YouTube channel. That's Daystar University Live. And then we have Edward, who is our webmaster managing our website. Yes, Alex.
Thank you, Ian. Ian leads the Daystar production unit. Jean Murungi heads public relations. I don't know. I'm not sure that Jean is here. Dennis, I've seen your hand. I'll be making a recall. Okay. Jean, are you on call? Jean leads the public relations efforts, assisted by Helen Ogodo and Lilian Akinyi. You may meet them in either campuses, Nairobi campus or at River campus, to support works for you. Dennis, your hand was up. Can I give you an opportunity right now to question or a rebuttal?
Thank you, Alex. I'll just comment in what the digital team does, but most so it would be more vital for the information to flow if we have our WhatsApp channel. I've been looking for it, but I don't see any communication about it. Just different groups within the Daystar community, but no much information can be able to, because right now I'm in a group of Daystar, but it has almost like 2,100. It will be vital if you have a WhatsApp channel for Daystar. I think you can be able to put that into consideration, and it will also make sense even if you're sharing the information to other people who are not within the Daystar, to spread the information. I think Mr. Alex and Ian, you can be able to look into that, and it will be much easier for the communication to flow.
Thank you, Dennis, for that. We indeed have a Daystar WhatsApp channel. We'll make attempt to send us a link to it so that we can all be part of that wonderful community and then journey together with consistency and flow of information, especially to assist you in your settling in on campus. There goes our channels of engagement. Of course, the website is most customer facing, and so www.daystar.ac.ke. You want to take note of that. Sometimes you find people doing .org. We are a .ac because we are an academic institution. Be on the lookout for InfoSpot, which is a weekly newsletter. Will be released to us because most of us, all of us, are required to have a student email address. It will always be coming our way. We do an annual publication called the Daystar Connect, with a coinciding during graduations, but also publish an online version that you can get of yesteryears on our website. There's a tab where we have collections of them, some light versions to that. We encourage you to follow our social media handles just so that you get to know what's happening around us, and follow us on Facebook, Twitter, IG. We have a TikTok channel and YouTube, and also on LinkedIn. Daystar University Live, Ian had intimated to that as a YouTube channel. Just subscribe to receive notifications of events, weekly chapters. They're streamed right there. You will get to have a feel of being a part of a community, however distant. Media relations, where we take charge of just mainstreaming the brand visibility out here. Customer care serve as unique touch points with receptions on both campuses, but also actual offices where corporate affairs is concerned. And we also do corporate events, become avenues in which you get to learn more about Daystar. We pray that you will experience the best of service in your journey in Daystar, and we sincerely appreciate that you will become a member of this community, and pray that we will also reciprocate, giving you the best of service as you learn and as you go through your learning here. Beyond the classroom experiences, we pray that you will have the best of your times on campus. Thank you for that. I don't know whether we have any questions, any points to ponder, any invaluable comments to bring, like what Dennis has brought, and that to respond. Paul has his hand up, and I'll be glad to receive.
Yeah, thank you, Alex. I just want to comment on your voice. You have a broadcaster's voice. I hope you're making money from that area. Your voice is so soothing, the kind of voice you hear on radio or TV. I just wonder also how much we do, especially from School of Communication, such that we do what we preach, in terms of maybe documentaries, short films, feature films. Do we have a radio station? Do we have a TV station that broadcasts to the rest of the country from that place? Just checking. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Paul. And thanks for the compliments. Yeah, I make good use of the voice. Asante. As for what we do here from the School of Communication, we have a student-led radio station called Shine FM. In Kenya, it goes at 103.1, Shine FM, domiciled at the main campus in Athi River. We also have a student-led newspaper called Involvement. and birthed great journalists in this country. That's where the world first saw Larry Madowo from. And he traces his beginnings from the involvement newsrooms to what he's become as a global journalist. So wonderful learning experiences where that is concerned. The DISTA production unit does a lot of productions, both live streaming for the university, but also for commercial gains and sense. And so if you have something within your organization that you need, an event that needs to be live streamed or a documentary that needs to be pieced, want to trust that team to do. Ian, who spoke at some point from the DISTA production unit, would also be a great voice to your documentary or commercial. He will do that under the auspices of the unit. Thank you. Moses, your hand is up.
Oh, yes, thanks very much, Mr. Alex. Now that the whole PR and marketing team is here, I wanted to make a comment. Before Monday, I kept on checking the website to see whether there was an update and the links to the orientation program. I didn't get it. I got that when I made the call to the university. I think must have been a few minutes to the program. I was almost getting tempted to think it had been postponed. For the benefit of coming classes, maybe your team was overwhelmed. It may be good to provide that information beforehand on the website as you've been doing.
Thank you, Moses.
Yes. And as I close, the orientation has been good. We've been prepared to understand we are getting into a very friendly. I look forward to that so much. I'm hoping and optimistic that vitu kwa ground vina match vitu kwa orientation. Thank you.
Thank you, Moses. We'll make good our claims, and we hope to continually do so. I'm sorry if you didn't receive communique. We released quite some bulk SMSs over the weekend, but apologies if you are not in that tray of the dispatches. I'm happy that you got in and through. Caroline Karaoke, you're up next.
Thank you so much, Alex, for giving me this opportunity to share. I'm a freelance voiceover artist, so I needed to know if you partner with students who are equally voiceover artists like myself, and if so, how can one get involved?
We'll be glad to partner with you, and I'm chatting you to drop you my number and email address, and let's see what we can.
Okay, thank you so much. Appreciated.
Yeah, it's the next thing on your chart. Any other person?
Yes, please.
Yes.
Thank you for the presentation. And I was just curious to know, what is experiential marketing? Yes.
Thank you. Experiential marketing forms its leaning majorly on a big populace of students who join DISTA as students from the biggest feeder institution that helps us gain a population within the community, our high schools. And so Helen Tawali is charged in experiential marketing on two fronts, outdoor engagements with high schools, but also indoors when they come for campus tours. They get to experience what the brand is all about, what their next level or desired level of study will be. So that team has a lot of wealth on product knowledge and what the product has to offer to the young students while they're still in high school. They're shopping around for their next level of study and their next destination. experiential marketing makes it employ majorly on that.
Thank you so much. That's an area I'd also be interested in because I also do high school mission. So I'd like to be in touch. Yeah.
Okay. Glad. Thank you.
Yeah. Please tell Helen to be in touch. Or
Okay,
to write her
Helen is on the
email down there.
call.
I will.
Yeah.
I will be in touch. All right.
Helen,
Please
you want
put
to
your
put your
email.
email address on the chat section?
Okay. All right. I will put that.
Yeah. Jojo Molo, you come first, and after you, we hear the voice of B. Jules.
Thank you so much, Alex. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
So coming in as a postgraduate, this is a question that I'm asking that now, is there anything that you're doing for the postgraduates to be part of the brand promise of Daystar? Because I'm trying to imagine that now we are coming from different places, different countries, and by the end of the day, we want to market what brought us to Daystar University. Like for my case, one that has been in a public university, both under and some part of postgraduate, that is undergraduate, and that is undergraduate and masters. And now I'm coming for like a PhD course in Daystar. So is there anything that these students that are coming in, can they be part of the marketing team? Like what is the department doing to make Daystar to be so conspicuous, or rather to be seen by a number of people that are just walking around? And then allow me to comment on this thing about you. I think I've known you for some times in Moi, and I'm loving the consistency that I'm seeing. So it is a brand that, by the way, you've made here. So like now a person like me coming in, and I'm like, I need to build a brand of Daystar. What will make these people just to find themselves coming to Daystar? Can you do something with the postgraduates that are usually moving up and about, different countries, different places? So back to you, back to the team. Think about it, and we are ready here to support and to work with this team as much as we can. Thank you, and that is what I had to bring in.
Thank you, George. It's good to see you on this other side of life. We experience a lot from postgraduate students in different fronts. Number one, in this day and age of digital marketing, electronic word of mouth has become critical. Do you know that if every last one of us, just on their LinkedIn handle, they would put a milestone celebration to say, hey, I begin the year on checking something on my bucket list, probably with this master's program or PhD. That gives us penetration to the world at large. Secondly, we are open to partner with postgraduate students. If you believe your face can be the next phase for the program you are enrolled for, we will be glad. You can write to us and we'll be glad to include you in our promotional materials. And lastly, your connections, your networks are invaluable. They are a shared resource. You can introduce us probably to the young people in your church, to a school you know. You can introduce us also probably to the organization you work for. We are always on the lookout also for career placement services for our students as one of the extras we do for them. So postgraduate students come in to help the brand a great deal. And thank you, George, for extending a hand of fellowship, wanting to help this brand that you're doing. B. Jules, you're next.
So thank you, Alex. Good evening. I'm so delighted to hear about the experiential marketing. This is because I am an educator and I would like to involve my students on together. I'd like to have Daystar actually come and visit my school and teach them exactly on career placement, because I'm also a career teacher, so that we can be able to work together and we partner together. Number two, I would also like to probably visit you, or you can give me your contacts so that I can engage with you one-on-one. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. We'll certainly be glad to connect with you, and hope that even as you connect us with the students, they will have invaluable engagements together with one and another. I will request my colleague Sosnes to put our details on the chat section, and we'll be able to make a response to your specific requests as they come. Stephen Mukami, you're next.
Greetings, everyone. My name is Stephen. I just wanted to acknowledge the wonderful work done by the gentleman at the reception. I think his name is Sosnes. And
yes.
He very kind and very welcoming with a very wonderful smile. And also the team at the cafeteria, very affordable and very kind people. Thank you.
Thank you. Really appreciate you, Stephen. Where we sit from in corporate affairs, we receive more complaints than compliments. It's heartwarming to hear your sentiment. And Sosnes is on call. I know he's happy to hear of such. Karibu tena. And I think we are done. That makes for a good evening. Tomorrow, for most of us, we'll be coming on campus. We'll be sharing a link to your phone numbers just to get to know how we can better the experience for the next intakes. But we'll also be glad to know how you got to know us, how the orientation week has been. This is usually a deliverable of an organizing committee between staff, faculty, and students. We are always on a quest of learning and wanting to do better. So back to Dr. Munyao, and thanks for your time.
Thank you. Thank you, Alex, for that great presentation. Thank you, Corporate Affairs team. I think we owe it to you. Much of what we see through this orientation session, it's all possible because of your cooperation, your efforts, your input, your hard work. And the rest of us tag along to make sure that, we give it back to you. Students, what a privilege, what an honor to meet with you this way. Hopefully you can get to engage with everybody that you've seen, the faces you've seen, the names you've seen on this platform during this week of orientation at a personal level. And that this will happen in classes, this will happen in research, this will happen as you look for resources in the library and many other places that you've been taken into. And so we do not take it for granted. Let's utilize the contacts that we've made. Should you run into any trouble, any problems to do with accessing any of these platforms that you've been introduced to, please make use of the contacts that you've picked from this platform. Otherwise, it will be such a great honor and privilege to meet you tomorrow at Daystar University Nairobi campus as you bring your certificates for verification. Therefore, let me end this session. So today we end a little bit early, being a Friday, so that you can kick back and relax, start enjoying your weekend as you prepare yourselves for Monday when we hit the road.
Dr. just one quick question before we end. Could you please help us understand what happens tomorrow? Are we carrying our original plus copies of our documents?
Correct. But mostly the originals. The originals is what is required to verify that what you put in for the application of this program is actually there. Then, of course, the copies.
Sorry.
Yes, Jen.
Maybe just to help for those of us who've already done the verification, the copies are actually required because they're put in your file.
Say that again.
That's
For those
correct.
of us who've had our verification done, you need to carry your copies, both copies and the originals, because
Yes,
the copies
yes.
are retained in your file.
Yes,
Mm,
yes.
that's true. That's true.
That is correct. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So let's pray together. Let's pray together and end this. Our dear and loving Father, we thank you so much for giving us a wonderful time today. But we also thank you for the time that we've had since Monday, since the time that we had the Vice Chancellor's charge to the students to date. And we are so grateful for the many things that we've been able to learn. We pray that all this information is going to be resourceful for us as we figure out how to navigate through the various platforms that will facilitate our learning at Daystar University. Lord, I pray for each one of these students. And now I make this special prayer that you provide all that which they need to make it through Daystar University and their studies. Provide all that they need: financial needs, good health, good relationships. Make things just work out for them. Let all things work for good. Father, we pray that in all things, they will see things falling into place according to your divine purpose and your plan for their lives. I pray for a special blessing to all of them. You know where they are, you know what they need. Meet them at the point of their needs. And so, Lord, I also pray that their journey at Daystar University will be smooth because you answer our prayer today. And now, Lord, we commit ourselves into your safe hands as we go through the weekend to rest. I pray that you refresh us, renew us, replenish us, and help us to enjoy Sabbath properly as we wait to meet with each and every faculty member in classes starting from Monday. May your grace be sufficient to all of us. So we ask all these things in Jesus' name. Amen.
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 Okay.
Thank you very
God
much.
bless you and
Amen.
have a great weekend.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Where do we
you.
to get the
So
link
much.
for
I'll
today's?
post the link for today's recording through your class WhatsApp groups.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Good night.
Good night.